Hi, boys and girls. It's Mrs. Bates with today's math lesson for Module 4, Lesson 28. The learning goal for today is I can model how to decompose 10 using fingers, counters, and number bonds. But before we get started, I'd like to share an activity with you that you can try later on for some more practice decomposing the number 10.
So you would need some Play-Doh, and I'm going to use a dry erase marker and my dry erase board. But you could use a piece of paper and a pencil. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to draw a circle on your paper. And that's going to represent a plate. And then you're going to take your Play-Doh. Oh no, look at Mrs. Bates's Play-Doh. Looks like my daughter mixed all sorts of colors together. Well, you're going to take your Play-Doh and you're going to make 10 balls. These are going to represent grapes. So, since we've been decomposing 10, I thought this might be a fun way for some practice. So you just need, look what I put my Play-Doh or my grapes in a 5 group. Oh, did you see that? Now I'm gonna add the rest of the grapes to show or to make 10. I put 10 grapes or Play-Doh balls in the 5 group way. That's showing 10 in the 5 group way. 5 on top and 5 on the bottom. Awesome. So that's what you would need to do to get started. So we're going to say that we have 10 grapes. And because I love grapes so much, I want to have them for a snack. So I'm going to put some grapes, not all, but some grapes on my plate. Awesome. Now, let's write a number bond to show what I just did. So I started with 10 grapes. Let's see. Let's look at this part. Let's look at the part I put on my plate. I put 4. Very good. Which left this part. How many were left for, let's say, Mr. Bates to enjoy? Well, let's see. I have a 5 group and one more. 5, 6. Yes! There were 6 grapes left for Mr. Bates. Very good. Let's try another one together. This is a great way to practice decomposing. All right, let's see. This time, I'm going to put 5 on my plate. So let's write a number bond to match what I did. So I started with 10 grapes. Yes, this is the part that I put on my plate. It's 5. Which left this part. How many grapes? You guessed it. Or you are right. 5. Very good. Now, this is something you can do later on with your family. And if you choose to do it, take a picture of it and send it to your teacher to show her that you had a lot of fun decomposing the number 10.
I sure hope you'll give that activity a try. Let's get started with today's lesson. You will need your 10 counting sticks, 10 counters, Doesn't make a difference what type of counters you use as long as you have 10. You guessed it. A piece of paper or your dry erase board, and a pencil or your dry erase marker. Let's begin. Let's go on a picnic. Let's imagine that it's a beautiful sunny day and we want to go to the park to have a picnic. So we pack up everything we need. We take it to the park. The first thing we do is lay out our blanket on the grass and start getting out all our food. Well, guess what? We have some friends that have joined our picnic. You are right. Ants have joined our picnic. Let's see how many ants joined. Well, if you look quickly at our ants, you see that there's 5 on the top, 5 on the bottom. And if you said 10 ants, you are right. 5 and 5, 10. That's the 5 group way to show 10. Very good. Wow. Goodness gracious. Those ants, they were enjoying our food. And one ant ate so much, he decided to go on home. So he left our picnic. Now let's show our story in a number bond. There were 10 ants at our picnic. One ant ate so much, got so full, he went home. Now let's look at the part left on our blanket. How many ants are still at our picnic? Well, if you said 9, you are right. Let's show that with our counting sticks. There were 10 ants at our picnic. One went home because he ate so much of our good food, which left 9. Well, another one of those ants got so full, he decided to go home too. Now, let's take a look at how many ants went home. Let's take a look at that part. 2 ants went home, right? Well, let's show this story in a number bond. 10 ants. 2 ants went home. Now let's look at the part that is on the blanket, or the ants that are still enjoying our good food. If you said 8, you are right. Let's show our counting sticks. 10 ants. 2 went home because they ate so much and were so full. That left what part? That left 8 ants at our picnic. Oh my goodness. Are you ready for some more practice? All right, now let's get those counting sticks ready. Let's get that piece of paper and pencil ready, and let's get our 10 counters ready.
All right, let's practice. The first thing I'm going to do is draw a rectangle on my piece of paper. This is just like the blanket that I took on my picnic, okay? Now, over here, I have 10 counters. I used pennies today because that's what I found. But you can use any type of counters you would like, as long as you have, you guessed it, 10. So these are like the ants that came to my picnic. And I'm going to put my counters on my rectangle just like this. You guessed it, the 5 group way. I have 10 counters in the 5 group way. Great. 5 on the top, 5 on the bottom. Great. Let's look at our counting sticks. Good. We have 5 on this hand and 5 on this hand. We have 10 counting sticks. Excellent. Now, let's draw a number bond. Now, I'm not going to draw it too big because I want to make more number bonds to decompose 10 in different ways. So I just drew my number bond over here like this. Now we know that we're going to put a 10 in this circle because that's how many, that's our whole, that's how many pennies or counters we have in all. Now, I'm going to move some counters, just like some of the ants, once they got so full, they left the picnic. Let me see. I'm going to move 1, 2, 3 counters over. Can you move 3 of your counters? Great. So let's look at the part we moved. We moved 3. Very good. So I'm going to write that in this circle on my number bond. Here we go. So we have 3. Now we want to find out the missing part. What part is left on the rectangle? Well, let's take a look. If we look closely here, we can see that we have a 5 group and 2 more. And you might know that, wow, that's 7. You might look at that and say, I know that, that's 7. And you would be right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 5, 6, 7. Yes, look at that. We just decomposed the number 10. 3 and 7. Very good. Now let's move our counters back and let's draw another number bond. This time, why don't we move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 counters off our rectangle? So let's see. We started with 10. Let's look at the part we moved off. Yep, we moved a 5 group off, didn't we? Great. And how many pennies are left on, or counters left on the rectangle? Let's look at this part. Great. And we have 5 left. Good. That's another way we can decompose the number 10. Let's try one more. Great. So this time I think I'm going to draw my number bond a different way. Look at that. I still have a circle for the whole, a circle for one of the parts, and a circle for the other part. Can you see the difference? Very good. But it's going to tell us exactly the same thing. So let's look at our counters. This time I think I'm going to take off 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, can you move 4 counters off? Great. Now let's see. Let's draw let's fill in our number bond. Start with 10. Look at this part. Yes, you're right. We took 4 off. Now we have to find out this missing part. Let's take a look at our counters. We have a 5 group and 1. You might be looking at that saying, it's 6, Mrs. Bates, it's 6. And you would be right. Very good. Now let's use our counting sticks to look at the 3 number bonds that we did. Let's look at this one. We have 10, right? How many did we move off our rectangle? Yes, we moved 3. So start with 10 and put 3 down. Now what's the missing part? Or how many counting sticks do we still have up? Well, if you said 7, you are right. 5, 6, 7. Very good. Let's take a look at this one and let's do it with our counting sticks. 10. We took 5 off, which left how many? 5. Very good. That's right. Let's take a look at this number bond. Put your 10 counting sticks up. We took away 4. What part was left? Look at your counting sticks that are still up. 6. You are right. Very good. And I know your teacher would love to see a picture of what we practiced today. Very good, boys and girls. Have an awesome day.